First question I have is, what are some of your favorite moments in your new show, Christmas Celebration?
Well, there's nothing like playing Christmas music, that's for sure. I mean, when you get a chance to play this time of year, there's just nothing like it. It's everybody's in a great mood. People gather together and celebrate together, families and friends. There's the hymns, the carols, and the hits. It's a really great mix, I think, of all of those.
How do you go about picking a set list for this show?
It's interesting. I always like to include some of my popular songs because I know that people come to hear those songs. And so, to me, it's really important to be able to do those, because if somebody got married to one of the songs or they're coming to hear a song, I always think you should play your hit. So it's a nice combination, I think, of both. I like Christmas hymns and carols the best. Oh Holy Night and Do You Hear What I Hear, and a lot of the really traditional songs of Christmas are some of my favorites.
Tell me about Ann Cochran, Benjamin Utek, and violinist Tracy Silverman. How did you come to pick them for this show?
Well, Ann has been with me every time I've been in town, so she's has so many fans there and is so well loved there. So she's coming back with me, and Tracy as well on the electric violin. It's a great compliment. This year we do have Ben Utek, who's has found fame and fortune at playing football for the Colts. And so, but when you hear him sing, you just think, how can one guy have so much talent, on the football field and on the stage? He's really an amazing talent.
Do you find, since you're from the Midwest, do you like Midwest audiences best? Or is that...
I do. I can tell the difference for sure. There's something about the point of view that comes from growing up in, I grew up in Cleveland, Ohio, and I always feel like coming home, the weather feels like, it's the way I grew up with it, and it's like Christmas time is supposed to be. And so it's, it's weird for me to not be near home. But, of course we travel all over the world, but there's nothing like being close to home.
What's your first musical memory that you associate with Christmas?
My first music memory was, of course, piano lessons, playing holiday music. There's nothing like it. I mean, because you get a chance to play the songs that you've heard or that you've sung in church and been inspired by it. So to me, that's such an incredible highlight of my memories as a kid is music. And, the thing about the holiday time is nostalgia is such a big part of it. And so we all look back and reflect, and when you hear these songs, they remind you of a time and a place.
Do you have a personal favorite Christmas tradition that you do every year?
I do. There's a if it's snowing, which usually is in Cleveland, and that's where most of the time I spend my time, it is really a tradition to go to this one sledding hill that we used to go to when I was growing up, and so I get a chance to go there not only with for myself, but also with my friends and family again, and revisit what used to seem like a mountain that's really more of a hill.
Yeah. I see your newest albums, All Is Calm and Remains, are Target exclusives, but you also have them available on your website. What's your take on the new landscape for selling music, like with shrinking physical sales and internet downloads?
Well, in my particular case, because a lot of my music is when people use it for gifts or to play trimming the tree or for romantic times or background of dinner or something like that. Actually, I've seen an increase in the physical sales of my product at Target because it's so accessible and so available through the way that they merchandise it. So in my particular case, and it's different for everybody depending on your style or your musical genre, for me it's actually helped me because Target has been such a great partner.
What was the catalyst for your musical career moving from your advertising music company to where you are now?
Well, for many years I've always played the piano ever since I was a little kid, but I've always been a songwriter. But The advertising business, you're writing about products and, kitty litter and toilet bowl cleaner and stuff like that. And it's very fun, but it's not emotional kind of writing. So I had decided, going on about 16 years now, that I would venture out to Los Angeles and try to find my way in the chaos that is Southern California. And I was very fortunate to be heard by a record label that specialized in what I really wanted to do. It was called Windham Hill Records. That was very popular, especially in the 80s and 90s. And so that was really, my moving to LA, I think, was the big change. It's really the thing that completely turned my life around. I love doing commercials, but to me, performing is really more what I feel suits me.
Of all the artists and vocalists you've collaborated with over the years, do you have a particular favorite, and why?
I do. Kermit the Frog.
Really? How fun.
Well, it's a close tie between Kermit and Olivia Newton-John, probably. Somewhere in between there, but for different reasons, obviously. But I like people with great spirit who are not only great singers. That's only half of it, especially when you perform live. You want somebody who has a connection to what they're singing and a connection to the audience, not just somebody who can sing loudly or 5 octaves or something. To me, that's technique. It has nothing to do with music. And so I would say really Ann Cochran when it comes to my live collaborators, just because we've been performing together since we were in high school.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah, we went to high school together in Cleveland. We had a band in high school, and we've been touring ever since.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Tell me about your radio show, Your Weekend with Jim Brickman. How did that come about?
Well, I always felt like when you woke up on a Saturday or Sunday morning, or you were driving around doing errands and stuff, it would be fun to have some friends along with you to chill out to, maybe to laugh a little bit. And so I wanted to create a show that was a place on the radio for people to listen on the weekend, specifically for weekend kind of stuff that you do. Movies to go see, celebrities, fun music to play. And I've been doing the show for, it's going on 15 years now.
Wow. So you probably interviewed lots of people too, I would assume.
Every week, somebody great. Last weekend we had Robert Pattinson. Then we had we have everybody. We had Jennifer Lopez. We have everyone. Tom Cruise. We have all movie and TV and music celebrities on the show.
And my final question is, what's been the most satisfying part of your career to date?
Really, live performing is the most satisfying. There is nothing like being able to share your writing and your music with people and to have them receive it in a joyful, positive way. There's no greater joy, really.
Well, thank you so much for taking the time to speak with me.
It's my pleasure.